This video is going to talk about hormone imbalance in both men and women and what it looks like and what you can do about it. We tend to think that only women have hormone imbalance, but that's absolutely wrong. Both men and women have hormones. In fact, they have all the same hormones, just in different amounts. And men experience hormone imbalance also. We just don't tend to focus on them because we don't recognize the signs of it in men as easily as we do in women. Women tend to be more outwardly emotional. Men tend to keep things more inward or just become more irritable. And we don't necessarily associate that with hormones, but it is actually a sign of hormone imbalance. So hormone imbalance, again, looks like tearfulness, optimism is really low, irritability, inability to find anything good in what somebody says or does. The irritability can be anger, it would be another way, or it might just be depression. The ways that we can deal with this are numerous. What you need to recognize is that when our bodies are under stress, they produce stress hormones at the expense of making other reproductive hormones. When we are under stress, our body focuses on those stress hormones first because it's a priority when your body is not feeling like you're safe. Once you are safe, it allows your body to convert back to producing reproductive hormones. So one of the primary ways that you affect the balance of hormones in your body is to affect the stress levels. It can be physical stress, like over-exercising or being stressed from being up with a job really late hours or long hours. It could be emotional stress. Everybody knows what emotional stress is like, but say there's a death in the family or of a close friend. Those are emotional stresses. It can even be spiritual stresses in some people. They will just become very depressed by the state of the world or the things that they feel like they have no control over. And those are stresses on the body also, just like any physical stress. So addressing stress first will help greatly in balancing the hormones that your body's making for reproductive purposes, which are testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. Pregnenolone is another one. But those are hormones that are used for reproduction and are not as readily produced when your body is under stress. The next thing we would address is food. Certain foods can be very helpful for hormone regulation, such as organic soy products in the form of soy milk or edamame, tempeh, miso. Those are all soy products. I sometimes will use fennel or fenugreek in people. They can be used for both men and women. They help with testosterone and estrogen balance. And a lot of times we'll use them because they are known for helping to increase muscle tone and muscle volume in people, both men and women. When it comes to food, not allowing blood sugar lows is another important one, but also blood sugar regulation is important in terms of inflammation, which is also tied to hormone regulation. So blood sugar control is really important. Sleep is essential. Lack of sleep or poor sleep is a physical stress on the body. Lack of sleep or poor sleep doesn't allow the body to make its normal balance of hormones for emotional regulation and other purposes. So lack of sleep can really interfere with hormone regulation. And intentionally, you should be trying those things that you know will help improve your sleep. We have a lot of those things that are listed in different videos on our YouTube site. The effect of movement cannot be underestimated when it comes to regulating hormones because movement gives you endorphins. Those are the body's natural painkillers and feel-good chemicals. And when you are feeling irritable or down, those feel-good chemicals are essential to help you start to feel better. And most of these things I'm talking about might take 2 to 3 weeks, but exercise, especially aerobic exercise, can actually give you a boost in your mood within an hour or so of the time that you exercise. Usually it will need to be at least 20 minutes of some deep rhythmic breathing. Even if you just did the breathing alone for 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, you would start to feel significantly better, and it's because of the endorphin effect. And lastly, I would focus on relationships. Relationships are potentially supportive if you can just let people know that you're working on this and that you're going to be stepping out of the mainstream with them for a day or two or a few days while you get this under control. Have somebody check on you periodically if you're really feeling down and you just need that support system. I would very intentionally let people know that this is what you're dealing with and that you're doing some very positive things in a very good direction to help you regulate the hormones in your system. And if you need additional information, we will have other videos on this webpage that you can look at. Dr. Greger from nutritionfacts.org also has numerous videos that are based on the evidence for what food and other lifestyle changes can do to help you regulate hormones. So we'll see you in the next video.